Let's say you're at the dead end of a road and you've just foolishly kicked over your motorcycle for a YouTube video. The next step you'll want to do is pick it up before all the gas leaks out of the filler cap. And today I'm going to demonstrate the proper way to lift a motorcycle. Because it's on the right side, we can put the kickstand down. That way when we lift it up, it won't fall over again. Next thing you want to do is approach the bike backwards. Find something to grab a hold of. Kawasaki has a great handle here, and you can grab the handlebars here. And then all you do, put your butt against the seat and walk backwards. Motorcycle. It's really important to lift with your legs because they're stronger than your back. So you just want to lift with your legs, like, because that's so much easier. Won't you please, you piece of piece of shit. If I ever get you back on two wheels, I will there and put your gas tank of a Harley Davidson. And remember, riders, with enough profanity, you can accomplish anything.
Okay, we're going to demonstrate lifting a fallen bike off the ground. Just a couple of things to prepare for it. Put our side stand down and put the bike in gear to eliminate the bike from rolling back when we're lifting her up. We want to take the bike up in two stages. So stage one is to tip her up so that the wheels is on the ground, and stage two is to get it up the rest of the way. We want to use our thighs instead of our back. Our thighs are the strongest muscle of our body. So we're going to get into position. We're just going to sit down there on the seat, nice and low. Then we're going to get our arms out as straight as we can, the handlebar and the grab handle. You don't want to have your bars like that there. Make sure your bars is pulled fully in so that part of the wheel hits the ground first. Get the legs out straight, keep your chin up high, grab and just nice wee gentle lift, and that's her off the balance now. The first part of the lift's done with no hassles. Now what I'm going to do is slide my bum down a wee bit more, two legs apart, chin up high, and then just keep walking backwards with your legs, walking backwards with your legs. Nice short steps, keeping the head high, and then once it goes over the balance, we've already our side stand down, drop, and turn the bars into the stand. Just get myself off and lay it down. Okay, lay it down nice and gently as I don't want to damage it. Okay. So let's just assume the bike has gone over. There's various ways of picking the bike up. Some might suggest actually picking it up this way, squatting down. But the danger of doing that on a hill like this is the bike could actually go in the opposite direction, causing more damage to you and the bike. So what I would suggest is, first of all, can you find any rocks to wedge under the front just to give it that extra stabilization on a hill? On an hill that I was on recently, it was so steep that even with the bike in gear and the brake pressed, which I'll show you how to do, the bike still slid down with its weight. So assuming that you've got tools with you, which you should have on adventure runs like this, you need to be carrying some kind of socket set, and importantly tie wraps, as they're very handy for some small jobs. There's various tips to depress the front brake. You can wrap a piece of string, a sock, or even use your glove, as some other adventure riders have pointed out. Personally, I prefer the tie wrap idea. So in this case I'm using two tie wraps as they're quite small. And excuse my breathing, it's just that it's very hot and I have to talk with the helmet on because the microphone is built inside. And then literally tighten the brake up so we lock the front brake. There we go. And it's very easy to take this off. You can literally just squeeze this in and hook it out. But right now there's enough brake there. So we want to lift it up without damaging ourselves and the bike, and lift it up in as easy a way as possible. So first of all, turn the handlebars around, because you're going to use the leverage of the wheel to actually lift the bike up. Don't grab the sides here, as you want full control of the bike when it's upright, particularly on hills like this. We're only using a small hill, but you get the idea. If it was very long, you'd still use the same method. So with your knees bent, squatted down, make sure you're kind of on your toes a little bit. Just use the handlebars to actually lift the bike up. Ready? There we go. Okay. So now we have full control of the bike. The bike isn't going anywhere, as you can see. I can literally just hold it with a finger, shake it around, and the bike is still stood firmly in place. So the next step, once you've caught your breath, is to mount the bike and get it down the hill. So keep the brake in. Right, and again I can sit on the bike, let go of everything. The bike isn't going anywhere. There's a possibility that the bike won't start if it's been down for a couple of minutes or so, as the fuel may have flooded it. We'll give it a go. There you go. The bike won't start. So first of all, leave everything in gear. Make sure that you are in gear in first. Now you're upright, you've got the opportunity to put it in first. Then squeeze the handbrake in, take the tyre wrap off, which you can cut off later. Make sure you hold it there because you want control. Now we've got control of the bike, and using the clutch to freewheel the bike down to the bottom of the hill, just nice and steady. Okay. So this is assuming that you can't start it. If you can start it, then you would ride it down. So here we go, nice and steady. Clutch in a little bit, a bit on the brake, and let it freewheel down. And then when you're comfortable, take it all the way down. There we go. Side stand on. And then I'm going to leave it for a few minutes for the fuel to settle, and then it'll start back up. So that's how you lift a bike off a hill on adventure or trail riding in a safe and easy way. And it's particularly useful if you ride alone, as I do quite often. I ride with friends.
Well, I'm gonna be trying to hold here in the back. Okay, so what are we gonna do?
Just lower it down on that jug. Lower it down.
I got a lot of weight in the back. Okay. Got it.
You just gotta let it drop. That's what would happen normally, right?
Sounds like it has happened.
Yeah.
Or for a month.
Okay, beautiful.
It's one of these things.
Yep. So what you do, look at her, she
Oh yeah. Get all the marbles off the bottom.
gravel off here if possible, and you're going to use this. So you lower your hips down here, you grab hold here,
And it's in gear.
and it's in gear.
Gear.
And then put your feet out as far in front of you as you can. So you're using this. You're not going to use your upper body at all. You're not using your back. And then you lean back. Start pushing. Nope.
What gravel
Leave me alone.
there.
Leave me alone.
I'm just making sure. I'm just ready just in case.
Leave me alone. A little bit of a downhill. That's okay. Usually it is.
Okay, she needs an applause, but I have beers in my hand.
So
That is awesome.
Woo!
Wow.
Very nice.
I'm impressed.
Wow.
Because I've tried to pick up my RT and I couldn't do it.
But the trick is you really need to get your legs
I wasn't doing it like
You
that.
get your
No,
legs
I see what you're
so
doing. I see what
extended
you're
so
doing.
you really are pushing
Yeah.
back only with these muscles.
That's a good.
Here's a technique everybody who rides a motorcycle should know: how to pick up a down motorcycle. I'm going to show you probably what's the easiest way to do that. Now, if the bike falls on the right side, like you see it here, what you want to do is first put the kickstand down on the other side. That way you won't tip it back over onto the ground. You want to grab it full lock. You want to grab as low as you can, any place where you can in the back of the motorcycle. And you want to put your butt against the seat and simply start walking backwards. Lay it right onto the kickstand. Don't try to pick the motorcycle up. You want to use leverage. In other words, you're pushing back using your legs, not your back. And here's another way that you could pick up the motorcycle. Some people find this a little bit easier. Well, first of all, you want to make sure the motorcycle's in gear so that it's not going to move on you. What you can do is grab the handlebars, pull them full lock, get your hip up against the seat, And it just makes it a little easier to get the kickstand down using that method. One of the things you could do to make picking up the motorcycle a little bit easier is to get a soft tie and wrap it around someplace. The lower you wrap this, the better. If your bike isn't equipped with bag rails like you see here, you could take this soft tie and wrap it around a shock absorber or a passenger peg. The lower, the better. And it also gives you a great place to grip as you're trying to lift up the motorcycle. Using the proper technique, pushing with your legs, not trying to lift it with your back. Even a small lady should be able to do that. We'd have Marianne Hamilton come in here and give it a try.